Southern black rock scorpion. When you first get a scorpion, you gotta ask yourself, do you really want one, and can you take care of it? For me, I like scorpion. It's not like a normal pet, like a cat dog. It's not very affectionate, as in you can pet it, throw stuff around, teach it to play fetch and stuff like that, training. Scorpion's more a display exotic pet. It's actually pretty cool though. I really enjoy having one. When you first get it, you've got to make sure if you can accommodate it. For me, because I have younger siblings running around, I like to get a big, nice cage, lock it up with the lid on top, keep it nice and high away from little prying hands. And those little prying hands can get really hurt if you're not careful. There are many different scorpions out there, and you want to make sure you're not getting a venomous one. For me, from my general knowledge, from what I know, in Victoria as far as I know, you cannot get anything venomous without a wildlife license. If you are, you might want to check with the authorities, because you don't want to be getting a creature you're not equipped to handle. Everything I put in this video is 100% my research. When I first got a scorpion, I found it really hard to find good information on some black rock scorpion in particular. There's a lot of disinformation going around there. So I made this video for you guys to help you guys out in the future. The enclosure. When I first got this little guy, he came in a little Tupperware jar like this. If you can see him right now, he's hiding around there. I thought this was a little bit small, and if I'm going to get a pet, I'm going to spoil him a little bit. I went outside the house, I found this big guy. This used to be a fish tank. I still got all the filters and stuff like that. Chuck some substrate in, and then I'm set. I'm ready to go. This is more than big enough room for him. Even though apparently according to pet stores and research I've done, this will suffice for his size. He's not going to grow much bigger than that anyway. So yeah. With the enrichments, I decided to put just like pieces of bark around and a few little toys here and there. The scorpions will pretty much spend 99% of the time just burrowing and hiding around. So this just gives them an opportunity to find bigger things to hide underneath and feel more secure for themselves. What a substrate, and this is peat moss sort of thing. This little brick part, all you do is cut up a little part, put it in a tub, fill it with water, it will then expand, and once it's not too muddy, once it's a bit more soily, after a few minutes of drying, you chuck it in there and it's ready to go. It's designed to keep the water in and keep the whole temperature of this tank nice and moist and humid. I then chucked on some peat moss just to add to it. The lighting and temperature, that really depends on the scorpion you have. Some scorpions require more lighting and temperature monitoring than others. Mine is very hardy, some black rock scorpion doesn't really need anything else. So if you're going to get a scorpion that needs it, I might recommend getting a light, a heat lamp, something like that. Maybe a little temperature bar which shows just the general monitoring of the temperature in the enclosure. For reptiles, this is ideal. So I recommend if you're getting something like more advanced than my some black rock scorpions, another scorpion that requires temperature monitoring, invest in those. One scorpion only needs that much amount of room to actually be in, but if you want a big tank like this, you keep 2 or 3 depending. My little guy is right here now. He's hiding there. If I was to get another one, as long as there's enough stuff to hide underneath, like enough rocks or sticks and bark that they each have one area each, I'm allowed to get more than one. But be mindful if you get a female with a male, they are getting babies and then you're going to have a whole clutter on your hands. With the scorpion, if you can't get past the fact that it needs live animals to survive, you have to move past it. Just don't bother getting scorpions. It's a waste of both your time and the scorpions. For its food mainly, at the start, originally, I got the packed crickets that come, the cricket feeders. The high protein helps them really grow big, nice and juicy and all full protein for your scorpion. But I found, I got scorpion originally just because it's low maintenance, easy to take care of, don't have to feed as much. And I found I was taking more care of the crickets, ironically, which is the food for my pet than the pet itself. So yeah, I just find it's easy to go once every 2 weeks, once a month. That's all the scorpion really requires. Go in my backyard, grab a little bug, chuck it in, done. Sometimes scorpion eats them, sometimes it doesn't. I find it's a very good varied diet for him. I gave him 2 crickets the other day. He's eaten one's still bouncing around. So as you can see there. With the water, I find there's a lot of disinformation out there, so I find it's best to get a little bottle cap, fill it with water, put it in there. That way it's not too deep that if he doesn't drink he'll drown in it, and he might drink from it. I'm not really sure how it works, I haven't been able to find any concrete information. I was also told by the pet store and Big Market to give them a little spray once every 2-3 weeks. So once in a while, I'll put scorpion in there, I'll give him a spray while at the same time spraying the tank. which leads me on to the spray and mist part. When you spray the tank to keep it nice and humid, just be very careful, because your scorpion can climb, not this one but most scorpions can, little air water bubbles that go on the tank, you can climb up them and creep right up and escape. And you don't want a little escapee on your hands. Not all scorpions are dangerous. As I said before, if you're getting a scorpion, make sure it's not a venomous one, unless you're well equipped to get it. In fact, if you're going to get a poisonous one and you got that license, you probably don't need my help. With scorpions, I find their pinches can actually hurt as well, and as I've attached the photo you're about to see, it actually pierced me and made blood. As long as you treat your scorpion alright, there should be no problems. Occasionally you might get nipped, but I've only been pinched once, and that was because of a stupid thing I was doing. Otherwise, he remains very calm, as long as I'm calm for him. Financially, to get a scorpion, it doesn't really require much money. For me personally, my one doesn't really need any lighting or temperature monitoring, so there's no excess money going on the bills of energy to maintain me. He cost himself $25 for the Southern Black Rock Scorpion. Meanwhile, the substrates together I think cost about $35 combined, but you should be able to get them cheaper. And if you want different substrates, you can just look online, see what other people are using for their scorpions. But I find peat is the best one to use. Just keeps all that water inside the soil, keeps it nice and moist and humid for the scorpion's enclosure. Yeah, the food, that would probably come a little bit pricey depending on how you want to work it. For me, personally, I like to go to the backyard, get the insects as I was saying, put it there, give them a varied diet, helps enrich them for the little hunting process. But for others who want to go to pet store and buy food, feeder crickets will range up to $5 to even $35, depending on what you want. There's mealworms there, there's high protein crickets, stuff like that. It all depends on what you feel comfortable with feeding the scorpion. Do not give someone a scorpion as a gift unless you know they can handle it. A scorpion should be something purchased by the individual who wants one. It's a bit like any pets in general, you never give a pet to another person. That's too much responsibility you're giving to someone, and if you know they want it, they'll get it themselves. Never give a scorpion to someone, let them fight for themselves. When handling your little guy, you might just want to be a little bit careful. For me, I'm happy to handle mine my own certain way, because I'm comfortable with that and I can remain calm while doing that. Scorpions can feel vibrations in their feet. So if you got yours in your hand and your heart is beating rapidly, they're going to feel that, they're going to feel you panicking, and they're going to panic. If you want to learn how to handle your scorpion and treat it right, the best thing for you to do is pretty much go to a local pet store or go to an original owner of a scorpion and get them to teach you a proper way of handling. But most scorpions you're going to find, most scorpion keepers, get a pair of Dr. Tongs sort of thing, grab the end out and put in gently. Well, I hope this video helped you guys, because when I first researched this, I found nothing, zip. Just all disinformation around. Hope I put this in a nice little package for you guys.